going on, Sha?
Yeah, I have a lot of things on my heart. I gotta let it all out.
Talk to me.
Okay, so I don't even know where to begin. I'll start with okay, first, if I could pull back the curtain a little bit, we're recording this on a different day.
Yeah.
We're recording this on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Which means last night, we're recording this on a day where we lose an hour's sleep. So that
Yeah.
I'm even this animated is wild. I was up for a full hour changing all the times on my clocks. As we all know, I love
That's
a
right.
clock.
55 minutes back.
Yeah, got it all straight. But that means that last night was Saturday Night Live. There was an episode of Saturday Night Live that aired. And the host was Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
And here is where I step in and go, I've known a lot of motherfuckers that worked at Saturday Night Live in a way that I thought, I mean, like I have phone numbers. No one's called me to bring me to any of them. And that's fine. That's fair. I don't put myself out there in a way. The only time I ever asked for somebody to hook me up was one time when Ryan Gosling hosted with Leon Bridges as a musical guest. And I don't necessarily care about Leon Bridges. I'm trying to see Ryan Gosling. Nobody. Tumbleweeds. So now it's fuck all y'all, right? That's all it is. I never put myself out there. I did nothing, just whistles in the wind. So now I don't like anybody anymore. I hate everybody except you, Gastor, and Troops and Correspondents. So I didn't even ask last night, which is wild because the host was Ryan Gosling, who I think I've just established I love. The musical guest was Gorillaz.
Okay, it's your bag.
I adore, and as we all probably maybe kind of know somewhere in the back, Gorillaz was started by the lead singer of Blur, Damon Albarn, and artist Jamie Hewitt. And if you can remember that, then you may also remember that I love Blur with the force of 1,000 suns. I love Blur so much. And I still was just like, whatever. Let them all enjoy themselves. Let whatever, SNL, whatever. And Gorillaz sang their very first hit song, Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
That was the first song they did. The second one is off of a new project that they just released. And I've seen some people on the Twitter talk about, like, why are they doing this old ass song? And the reason they're doing this old ass song, the reason they did it is because they've never been on SNL before. Gorillaz has never been on SNL before. In fact, Blur had never been on SNL before. So this is Damon Albarn's first time on SNL. If I had known that, I actually probably would have bum rushed the place, but I had plans, so maybe I wouldn't have. But yeah, so that's why. And people are like, that's insane. That's so crazy that they would even do this old song when they have new stuff. Why would you do that? Because they've never been on a show, and that's one of their bigger hits.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that for them so people will be like, who am I watching?
Right.
Give them the hit, right? And folks were out there just like, this doesn't happen. All right, 2 years ago, Brandi Carlile was on SNL. And this really does make it seem like I know a lot about the musical guests on SNL. I don't. When it comes through on my YouTube, if I'm like, okay, let's see what they did. I'll watch one song. If I like them, maybe I'll watch both of them. And then I keep it moving. I'm not cataloging this, but the reason I'm saying this is because this stood out in my head. Brandi Carlile was on SNL, I think, like a couple of years ago. She's since been on since then.
Okay.
But so the first song she sang was her hit song called The Story. And the way that everyone knows that song is because it became a hit when it was on like the second or third season of Grey's Anatomy.
Whoa, okay.
That's how old that song is.
Yo, okay.
We're talking like, I don't know, 2005, 2006, maybe even early, something like that. Because I remember playing that having to play that at work when I worked at Barnes and Noble. It's straight up bookstore music.
Okay.
Right? So that's the song that she sang. And I remember watching it going, is she singing the story? And I thought, oh, you know what? I don't think she's ever been on here before. And nobody knows what she's been doing except keeping older singers alive, apparently. And I'll get into that another day. But look into Brandi Carlile. If she ever shows an interest in whatever art it is you do, you about to die, son. So you old. She's the one that put Joni Mitchell in the chair at the Hollywood Bowl not too long ago. And I was like, does she know she's doing this? Anyway. That's maybe how you know her now. But until then, the only way you knew her was from this 20-something-year-old song.
Okay.
So SNL's going to take forever to book these people. Yeah, they get to do their big hit from 20, 25 years. That's one. Two.
Okay.
Two is yesterday I tried a drink. Not like an alcohol drink. Whenever I hang out with Courtney Farrington, friend of the show, he likes to go to bodegas. Well, we all do. Who doesn't? But he likes to peruse the drinks and find the wildest drink, and then he just buys it and tries it right then. And I'm like, he looks for important things like, calorie count, what it's supposed to do to your body, all that kind of stuff. And then he's like, all right, this will work. And he'll buy it and drink it. And I'm like, yo, you are careless. That's insane. But I went to my local store and they had some drinks and I liked the design on the can or something. And one was like a sparkling, which normally I'm out when you say sparkling, but sparkling lemon something. And I looked at it and I was like, I'll try it. There are no sugars or sweeteners. And I'm like, it'll be a little bitter, but I'll try it.
Okay.
But it turned out it was like an iced tea with some like Italian lemon. And I was like, oh, all right, fine. Yeah. I looked at the type of tea and it said, what is it? Rubios or Rubio, whatever it is. It's like a real fruity kind of tea. And that's usually a kind of tea I like. So I'm like, great, no problem. So I drank like half the can. It was fine. I had to chase it with ginger ale because I always need sugar because I'm a child. It turned out one of the teas was black tea.
Okay.
And I don't know if you are aware of the caffeine content in black tea. It's not quite as much as a cup of coffee.
Right.
But it's still a good amount, especially for someone who really doesn't drink caffeine. So when I tell you I had to do a new class, the first class of a new session, when I tell you it was a speed run through the whole thing, I was talking a mile a minute. Those poor people. And half of that class had me before.
Okay.
And they were just like, who is this coked up woman? I mean, yammy. And I texted Courtney because I sent him a picture of it before. And I was like, I just tried this. And I just texted him and the text simply said, I'm buzzing, cousin. Look, man, read your labels. So that's two. That's two. Three. I mean, the way I'm talking now, it may still be in me for the next couple of days. I'm not sure.
I was gonna say, Shad, this is the most I've seen you in like a year like this.
Okay. Three. And this is one that this is for the greater audience that we can discuss this one. This isn't just me spitting words at you.
Okay.
Are you aware of what's going on with Timothée Chalamet right now?
So yeah, I don't understand because I don't know what caused it, but I feel like I've been getting flooded with like stories of him being weird or like inappropriate for like the last 3 days.
Okay, so what happened was, from what I can tell, is that he did one of those actors interviewing actors things with Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
That's they're close in a way. I think they were both in Interstellar, right? Wasn't that McConaughey Interstellar?
I know McConaughey was in. I don't remember if he was, but yeah.
Yeah, Timothée Chalamet was is his kid.
Okay.
It If I remember, I didn't even see it. But anywho, so they're doing the thing, blah blah blah, and I guess maybe maybe old Timmy's talking about the movie industry right now and the various concerns. And I believe what he was trying to express was how, you know, he wants movies to remain in the mainstream as a mainstream art form that everyone can go to, that it's available for everyone, and that he does not necessarily, he doesn't want to see it go the way of, say, ballet or opera, which are two, they were very popular, like mainstream art forms that are now, like just expensive and seemingly only for certain audiences, the ones that can afford it, and not as accessible to everyone as movies are right now. I believe that was his point. Unfortunately, the way it was delivered was still very MC Timmy. Like, the press that people are already a little pissy with him because of how he's campaigning for winning the Oscar for Marty Supreme. And did you ever see Marty Supreme?
I didn't get a chance to. No, I wanted to too.
Well, you'll get your chance. And so his vibe during the press was very, in my eyes, braggadocious rapper style.
Interesting.
Right. So that's how I was viewing his press run. He's just like, especially after his press run for the Bob Dylan movie, which was kind of the beginnings of, to me, you're learning more. I guess people had kind of put him in a box of just like, wafy, super sensitive, guy, and he's been trying to show folks, no, man, I'm a kid that grew up in New York. So he's like, he's heavy into sports more than you would think, or he's really into, he's into hip hop, and he's kind of braggadocious in that way. And so that's kind of how and then when he won maybe the SAG last year for the Bob Dylan movie, I think that was it, where he was just like, I'm trying to be one of the greats. And then he named a bunch of great. So, like, if you're not familiar with that type of person, or you choose to not be familiar with that type of person, and you want everything to be kind of soft and precious or whatever, I guess I can see where he might have ticked some people off. So that, but also, I think when he was doing press for that, he was shooting or beginning to shoot Marty Supreme, which is the attitude that character has. So that has carried through for the whole year into him now campaigning for Marty Supreme. So a lot of people have been at him for that. And so the way he said this was very like, hey man, I'm not trying to do ballet or opera, you know what I mean? I'm trying to do stuff that that was like his tone. And then after he said that, he was like, they, now they're catching shots because of the way I said that. You know what I mean? But he's doing this with Matthew McConaughey. The look on Matthew McConaughey's face is very like, boy, if you don't shut the fuck up, you are ruining it right now. But you can't stop it. You can't stop a moving train. So now people are upset. Every opera house and ballet theater, they're like, well, come to see us if you want to, don't listen to this little snot-nosed punk. Like, we're still here, and here are ticket, here's like a link to get tickets to see us, and the promo code is Chalamet or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, people were really up in arms over it. And then also people were like, this little brat. And so then it's like, on the set of Dune, he had a chef who made him 3 breakfasts a day, and he'd pick one and he wouldn't eat the other 2. Like, why? Just stuff like that. And look, I'm not here necessarily to say Timothée Chalamet is the best. Honestly, I've only really seen him once on purpose. And that was where I knew he would be there. Other times where I've watched a movie and he showed up, I was like, oh, I didn't know he was in this, because I forget. But like it turns out his grandmother was like a Broadway dancer. His mom and sister are ballet dancers.
Yeah.
So he kind of, like, the point he was making is absolutely true.
Yeah, I agree.
The way it's going, where, making movies harder to access, where they're not putting them in theaters where people could get to, or if they do, their plan is to do it for 3 weeks or some shit, and then they'll put it on streaming. But I mean, streaming costs are so crazy, and if you don't have the right streamer, what are you supposed to do? Wait like 2 years until that contract's over, and maybe it moves over to this one, or what? Like,
right up. Shout out again to all the troops and correspondents that send me their passwords. Appreciate you. Real talk.
Anywho, so that's what that is. And I think let's get over the fact that he, didn't say it in a way that you like, because that's its own thing, which that you could really get into, of just like turning on the New York isms when he's in particular spaces. Yeah, code switching, which is wild to say about Timothée Chalamet, but I don't know. Anywho, it's been a lot, but those 3 things have been heavy on my soul over awesome. The past like 36 hours.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I concerned about your caffeine intake.
That was the intake. Look, the Chalamet thing has been with me for a day or 2 already.
Okay.
The intake was just, at this point, 23 hours ago, maybe, is when I tried to drink.
That's wild.
So, not even, and I mean, I slept, like, I crashed. Don't worry, I crashed for sure. I was like, yo, this crash is going to be spectacular. But I guess there's still some in my system, or I just wanted to get this out while I was thinking about it, and now I don't have to think anymore.
It's the half-life right here. You know what
I mean? Perhaps.
I am consistently blown away by the fact that Courtney Farrington lives a very different life. Every single time I hear something new about her, every time, like, it's the most non-traditional way of living. He finds a way of doing it.
Yeah.
I am blown away by his sense of freedom and exploration as a person. Mm-hmm. He inspires me, low key. Like, it's freaking dope. There's a ton of these newer hipster-ish health adjacent stores popping up in Brooklyn, and I miss knowing what like 8 beverages were going to be in the fridge in my corner store. That's no longer the case for me. Every fridge now is flooded with health versions of drinks that I've never heard of. I feel like the brand that they have at each store is like, yeah, we made this. Like, this is just us.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know why that soda was in my store. It had never. There are like 4 flavors of this. I've never seen it there before, and I'm like, who asked for it? And I'm kind of like, either y'all are falling for all kinds of okie dokes from salespeople, or and I don't know if I'll ever see it again. You know what I mean? Like, maybe for a while, but I feel like some stores just they're like, yeah, we'll get that and we'll carry it, and you never see it anywhere else, but then you get addicted to it. So now you got to go to that store for that one, and this store for this one, and this one has the boba bubbles in the bottom, and this one has and I'm like, what is all of this? Who's asking for this? Because every time I go in, I'm literally just maybe getting ginger ale or tortillas.
Okay.
Like, or cat litter. That's why I'm in there.
Yo, this have Shalewa Sharpe by the front. You know what I mean?
I mean, You know, they're at least they don't have to. I'm certain they must have noticed that they don't have to order as much Diet Coke as they used to because my roommate has moved.
Yeah.
And he drank like 3 liters a day. That's not an exaggeration. That's not an exaggeration.
Oh man, I hope he lives long.
Man, at this point, I mean, his bloodstream is about 72% Diet Coke. So,
hey man,
yeah.
He gonna be fine.
Yeah, he had to move back to Atlanta where it runs free in the streets. That's what he had to do.
Second, I think so they're very different as actors. I'm not saying they're not, but it's funny that your stresses are those two people because I feel like they are a chain of the same kind of guy to me.
Who?
Timothy and Ryan. Okay. They're the same person to me.
Okay.
That's just this generation's that.
No, I get it. It is possible I have a type. Timothy is for me more of like I don't know. Like I don't actively search out his movies. Although I guess if I was legit 20 years younger or something, perhaps I would have. He would have been the face on my locker or in my locker or whatever. But I definitely like cute boys who do darkish things.
Okay.
I like cute. They got to be kind of cute. You know what I mean? Okay. Handsome hit me later, but mostly it's just kind of cute. And but they also have to do like dark things. Because just cute to be cute is like Harry Styles, and that dude bores me to tears. I don't see what y'all are seeing. What are you seeing? But I mean, like, there has to be some semblance of a dark around them. And I don't really know if that darkness is even around Timothée Chalamet. But I could see him making a choice at some point of like, I think I want to, it's whatever led him into wanting to do Marty Supreme.
Right. I think this was his first pivot. Like up until this point, he was like Ryan and like Remember the Titans. Like he still hadn't cracked the code of like, oh, y'all still take me this way. I need y'all to see me.
But I mean, like my favorite era of Ryan Gosling is when he did Half Nelson, where he's a crack smoking like middle school teacher.
Real talk. He was in his bag.
My favorite. That and the band that he had called Dead Man's Bones that did like creepy 50s style music about dead people and ghosts. Love it. Flew to DC to see the band perform. Like the first time I ever was like, I could leave the city and see someone who's not going to make it to Atlanta. I'm going to go there. I'll go to you because I enjoy this so much. So, and that, that's just like a thing that I usually lean towards. Like, for me, the patron saint of that is like River Phoenix, if anyone remembers River Phoenix. Okay. You know what I mean? Like Adorable and Stand By Me, which I saw in theaters like 5 times because I was 14 and movies were only $5, but I really liked that movie a lot. But then he also did My Own Private Idaho, where he played a male hustler who what's the illness where you fall asleep all the time?
Narcolepsy?
Yes, a narcoleptic male hustler. Who was in love with Keanu Reeves, who I also thought was beautiful and yet also did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there has to be some sort of edge. You can't just be adorable.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah. So
because I get it. So all these dudes never got the appeal initially, and then I get on board after yours. Like I respect Half Nelson.
Right.
But I became a fan for Driver.
Okay, for Driver. Yeah. Absolutely.
And like, you know what I'm saying? Or like similar with you just said his name, Keanu Reeves. I got the speed,
right.
all the other, that was cool. John Wick, I'm in.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I see you. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a different. They appeal to me, but much later.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So
me and Timothy, we gonna vibe in like 25 years.
Exactly. He's gonna do something where I'm gonna be like, boom, got it.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah, for sure. I guess there is something there. Although I once posted some blog I had a million years ago, where I posted a picture of Ryan Gosling in that prime. And then like a month later I posted a picture of young Alec Baldwin.
Okay.
Young Alec Baldwin was truly a sight to behold, I thought.
Okay.
I think the Alec Baldwin of now, or even like 20 years ago or whatever, he moves like a dude who knew he was hot.
Right.
That's his whole vibe. And he ain't wrong. Young Alec Baldwin, I would let mess up my credit. That's how hot he was.
I only know he was attractive because his brothers got successful because of him. You know what I mean? Because I saw a movie with there's another brother that like
there
no diss, but
3 of them.
Yeah, but like there's one that like they were calling the attractive one, and I saw that movie. I saw like a movie of him where I'm like, oh, he is horrendous as like I hope he's like an accountant or something.
Was it oh shit, hold on. I remember their names.
He was the main actor in the film.
Was it the one with Sharon Stone?
Very possible.
Was it what was that called? Not Sliver. The one with the UB40 song in it.
That does not help me.
Okay, no, that doesn't. No. The one
I just remember like thinking like, man, like he's a good looking dude.
He's like
a smoothed out.
He's like a smoothed out version. There's one who's like a smoothed out version of the smooth Baldwin, right?
Yeah.
He's definitely like, this is the good looking one. I want to say that one might be Billy. William.
Yeah.
That might be Billy. And then there's one that's like wacky and he had blonde hair and he was in a movie called Threesome.
Okay.
I can't remember what his first name was. And then there was a Daniel, which
Daniel, Stephen, and William.
Stephen is the threesome. He was like the wacky one. He was like the Pauly Shore one. Daniel was like the gruff guy. He was like he was like the commish. He was already bigger, right? And then Alec was, I don't know, like the man.
Yo.
He was just kind of like, I'm the bohunk. I'm the man. William was like, I'm the heartthrob. I'm the young Frank Sinatra. I'm the one that all the girls would be screaming at because he was very streamlined. Stephen was wacky, and Daniel was like, I'm already playing a lieutenant on a cop show.
Hey, I'm good.
I'm good. Yes. Yeah. Wow. I can't believe I did not wake up this morning thinking I was going to break down the Baldwin brothers like that.
I only remember it because like every time like I see something and something strikes me as either really good or really bad, I go down a rabbit hole of the person. So like the pretty Baldwin that was in this movie has Gabby's birthday.
Okay.
So that like just struck me. I was like, all right, I remember this dude because I do this thing in my head where like I want to know how likely am I to be the most successful person with my birthday. So there's like 6 people way ahead of me. But I was like, Gabby, you could beat William. He's not the more talented Baldwin. You're good money on that one. You know what I mean? I feel like you want some famous people that didn't crush it, so that you can like pass them with your career success. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was happy for Gabby.
I did not know William Baldwin was married to China Phillips. That's the most 90s sentence I've ever said. Are you serious? My Lord. Okay. So he was in Flatliners, Backdraft, Sliver. That's the movie I'm thinking of.
Yeah. You're right. It was Sliver.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, he was in The Squid and the Whale. He was good in that. Yeah. Okay. Anywho, boy, that's crazy. Who do you share a birthday with?
No, so for me, I have a few different people. I have no chances of beating whatsoever, right?
Okay.
So first is and again, I'm terrible with some of the names, but let's see. Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
He got me like slaughtered. It's gonna be a tough time for me. to catch up career wise. Weird Al.
You have the same birthday as Weird Al?
Yeah, we're all October. We're all cusp. Scorpio, Leo, October 23rd.
No, Libra.
Yeah,
Libra.
Libra. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Amelia Clark, I think is her name.
Oh, is that that's a Game of Thrones person?
Yeah, that's Gabby told me that one.
Okay.
But yeah, like I'm not beating any of them. They all got me. Like I think it would take a lot for me to get that working in my way. Then let me see. Let me look up some heads. I got Sam Raimi and Ang Lee.
Oh, Sam Raimi?
Yeah.
The filmmaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Ang Lee.
And Ang Lee. Oh, two filmmakers.
Yeah. So I got work to do if I'm trying to be in entertainment.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you some of mine. Some I definitely already memorized, but I guess the big one. Wait, am I Malcolm Jamal Warner or was he the day before? Let me see. There's a big long list. I think I'm Malcolm Jamal Warner or Matthew Perry.
Those are tough.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, I think, was the day before. Matthew Perry, I believe we shared a birthday.
Those big dogs right there. I know Ryan's on my hit list consistently. Like Ryan, I remember. And Weird Al. Those are the two that like.
Yeah, I mean, those are good ones. My sister is with Kate Bush, I think. They celebrate, which is a wild thing that she... Oh, Peter Gallagher. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but actor-wise, that actually makes me very happy. Let's see. Adam Arkin, son of Alan, which that also makes me happy. Let's see. I know there are more. Oh, I mean, I guess the big one is Bill Clinton.
Oh. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Yo, Shy, you got Coco Chanel.
I forgot about that bitch. John Stamos for sure.
John Stamos. Yeah, you got Fat Joe.
I have Fat Joe.
You got Fat Joe. August
19 is Fat Joe.
Yo, 1970.
Oh wow, and he's 2 years older than me. That's insane.
Real talk.
Kira Cedric.
Yo, Loki, I'm kind of jealous of your list right now.
Tabitha Soren. I didn't know that was
was you got some gems here.
Okay, yeah, Fat Joe. Do I have gems? I'm still not thrilled with some of these. I mean, some of them are fine, but some of them are just like, who? I feel like it's a lot of who, and then John Stamos. And then a lot of people who were kind of close. But then I didn't, of course I didn't know about Bill Clinton until I think by then I don't think I found out his birthday until he was done being a president.
Hey.
And then when I found out, I was like, well, this is going to fuck it up for me then. Because I really was trying to, but what are you going to do?
Hey, that's your competition, so that's all you got to deal with.
Yeah, I just got to be, well, I guess it could be worse. I
also got that dude from Luis Guzman.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
And also, yeah, that also kind of checks. That kind of tracks.
Yeah, we out here.
I got Orville Wright, one of the Wright brothers.
Okay.
I think right, Orville and I don't know, Hunter. I can't remember the other brother's name. Orville and Tyler. I don't remember.
Hey, we trying.
Yeah. And Nate Dogg.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, Nate Dogg.
Real talk. My only issue with your list is there's a lot of like a young death there. A little concern.
Yeah. So
I didn't want to say it, but I'm like, that's like the fourth person you said this died. It's like
yeah. Not
Real talk, yo. Don't be experimenting no drinks with Courtney no more. I mean? We got to watch what you're taking in, Shop.
Well, I mean, I just think they should put black tea on the label much larger. Look, my heart was in no danger. This wasn't like a Panera, like lemonade that's been with gunpowder in it or anything like that. It just There's more than my pressure. I drink ginger ale and Sprite. Like that's the most sparkling I get, and the most even the teas that I drink are caffeine free, and I
Real
don't fuck
talk.
with coffee. So, I mean, that black tea got in me, and I was running up the walls like a cartoon character. So,
I knew the week was weird for Timothy. The little I know of him, I don't keep up in his world like that, but I kept getting like every time I opened any app, there was a story about the dude. Like it was like it basically like Facebook, Instagram, Reddit. It was like, yo, I think you want to know this. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay.
It's just that this came out after voting for the Oscar had ended. And so there seems to be a last minute push right now for Michael B. Jordan because he won a BAFTA.
Right.
No, he didn't win a BAFTA. He won a SAG award.
Okay.
Wait, did he also win a BAFTA? Child, I don't even know. There was so much going on at that BAFTAs. I don't even know who won what.
Yeah. That wasn't the center of attention.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone remembers, honestly. But so there's kind of because after that win, that SAG award win, he there was just a lot of, yeah, he should get it because I mean he was doing 2 roles in one and blah 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 blah. All the stuff that I was like, yeah, y'all could have been mentioning that earlier if you wanted, you know what I mean? So honestly, it feels very, I can't call it. It's like Leo, which was early on the one to beat. Where he been? You know what I mean? Like he's disappeared. He did his press and he was like, I'm out. Y'all gonna give it to me or not? I don't.
That's all me. I'm tired of this front.
Yeah, and that's what it felt like Timothée Chalamet did. Everyone kind of did their push, but in the meantime, it feels like Sinners kept doing like a slow push.
Yeah.
Like they did all of the, actor studio and actors on actor. They did all of that stuff and all of the press, which they did for the movie and then disappeared and then put the movies back in theaters so people could remember in time for because that movie came out way before award season movies come out in the fall. Right. That was like a spring or a summer movie. Yeah. So they had to re-release it to put it in people's minds again and then do like a soft promo for that, which rolled into their like award season promo.
Right.
And they did all of those things, but then there's still like early, like a week ago, a video was released of Ryan Coogler talking about screen tests and lighting tests and costume tests, and he's talking about what they do that for, and while showing them everybody like in their costume, kind of checking the lighting and all that stuff. And I mean, look, I can listen to Ryan Coogler forever.
Real talk.
Respectfully to his wife, I can listen to him forever. So. And that was another thing of like, he's really like kind of educating like the average movie goer. And so that has, I think, kind of gone away as well of like, wow, Sinners just ain't going nowhere.
Real talk. I learned a ton of like about the options he did with like the frames.
Yes,
the sizes,
that made people decide where to go to. Like that was huge. That was very big.
Real talk. I was like, oh, this is dope.
So now I don't know. I don't even know when the Oscars are. Are they tonight? Are they next week?
Nah, didn't even know it was that time of year.
That's why everyone's talking shit about Timothée Chalamet. Because this is, I mean, look, this
I knew it was weird. Marlon Craft, dope rapper from New York.
Okay.
Also from Hell's Kitchen.
Okay.
So he happens to have an album coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
And his single came out, I think, a couple days ago, produced by Havoc and Mobb Deep, real New York centric thing. And the last interview that I saw, like I'm reading the presses as it's starting to roll out. Similar thing, seeing the press stuff. Hey, got an album coming out, dope New York rapper, repping New York, whatever. The last interview, the headline was Marlon Craft talks about growing up with Timothée Chalamet, like, and also new album. I'm like, that's I'm like, yo, like it's wild. Like that's the attention getter.
Yes.
This dude been working for 3 years on this project. You know what I mean?
So
but
what?
Yeah, nah.
He went to school with Timothée Chalamet. People want that's what people want to hear about.
They was in that same that art condo.
What? Oh, they lived in the same place.
It's like that building that like they give like artist grants.
People. Yeah.
So he's in that building. They grew up together, and his dad was like a trumpeter or something.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I was like, oh, this is dope. Look at that. That's cute. But like, tell me about the album. You know what I mean? I don't know about this dude like
what do you need? You'll hear it when you hear it. Because that article is not for you.
Yeah, real talk. I get that now.
Yeah, it's not.
Real talk.
Yeah, it's for people who have Google alerts for any time Timothée Chalamet's name pops up. So, which some people do.
Real talk.
Which is, I mean, I don't even look. I don't want to get into that too much because I'm researching that kind of thing for shits and giggles, which is to say, for me personally, I find it interesting and also to make jokes out of it. So we're trying to figure all that out. Oh my gosh, that was
I do have to ask. Mm-hmm. How do you say his name?
Honestly, I believe we are saying Timothy.
Yeah.
But it actually is Timothée.
Timothée.
But no one in America is really saying Timothée because it's French. And Chalamet is how you say the last. So it is Timothée Chalamet, but people are just saying Timothée Chalamet.
Gotcha. Okay. I've never known. Because until this week I've never heard it out loud. Like I've only like read it.
Okay.
And I know I was mispronouncing it. Like I saw Timothée Chalamet. Like that's what I was saying.
It's really funny. Actually, let me look up like how.
Rock on. Shouts to you, Timothy, man.
Okay, so it is Timothy, but it has an accent over that first E.
Okay.
And so I think that makes it the TH be te instead of the.
Huh.
So I think in French, I don't know, but I believe that it is pronounced Timothée. And then Chalamet with French, with French, you don't say like that last consonant usually.
Rock on.
So, yeah. So I say Timothée Chalamet. I'm fucking with it, but I am also, I think, actually saying the first name correctly.
I was gonna say, I feel like you got the right sauce on
that. yeah. And so that, but because most people don't say it that way, it sounds like I'm making fun of it. So it's a way of making fun while also doing it correctly.
I'm not making fun of him. I'm making fun of all of you.
All you crazy frogs out here with your accents on shit. But it's done with respect and all that kind of stuff.
That's dope. Keep working, homie. Respect.
Yeah, you're working. You're working, and I wouldn't say that you've completely won me over yet, but I'm okay with you being around.
Yeah. I haven't had beef with him.
Yeah, I haven't really had beef. I hadn't thought about him, honestly, until fairly recently. And now when I do, I'm like, okay, whatever. But this was kind of interesting. And also, I know this did seem like I was really like defending him. He did say it in a shitty way.
Yeah, don't do that.
It was in front of an audience, and I don't think they picked up. Not everybody is going to buy in on your braggadocious style.
Yeah,
because he immediately kind of got sheepish and pulled back when he saw that it didn't hit the way he thought it would. And I'm like, yeah, that's a lesson you got to learn, buddy. But so there's that. I'm not giving him, carte blanche or anything like that, but the point that he was making, I absolutely understand what it was he was saying and kind of agree. Like,
it was coming from a place of concern and love for his art. Like that wasn't a diss, but he said it like a diss.
Yes, exactly. It wasn't a diss, but he did say it like that. Yeah. Sometimes the jokes don't hit.
Yeah, do it happens, B. We workshop this stuff, B.
Yeah.
Real talk, it happens, man. Yeah. If he said that like in a prepared speech, it's different.
Right. But you were kind of off the cuff.
Yeah.
You had a good point, but the way the delivery is important. So
Matthew tried to save you, homie, but
he tried, but he don't know how to. He's not like the king of finesse either necessarily. Yeah. So, I don't know what he thought he was going to do. But
oh man, here we are. I think we can still get into the news.
Oh yeah, I know that was so much, and I am very sorry. But I was like, well, if I don't say it here, the cat is going to scratch me for because I keep talking to her about it, and she's like, I can't tell you how little I care.
This was the right amount.
Woman who feeds me, I do not care about your issues.
Are you still feeding me?
Then great. I guess I'll sit here and listen. But
I dealt with you trying that weird drink instead of just buying my food.
She definitely. Well, she didn't even see I should have brought her to the class because she would have been like, "Who is this bitch?" I was. Oh man, I feel for my students next week when I don't have black tea in my system, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
We're here, real talk. I felt like that too. Why am I blanking on his name? OG comic, bald head, and he did like a special where he improvised the whole special. It was a crowd work special before crowd work became popular.
Oh, Todd Berry?
Yes.
Okay.
I bumped into Todd and Suba at doing sets at like a New York comedy club.
Right.
And hadn't seen them in a while. Like, we're cordial.
Right.
So I was like, hey, what up? But I was on like 100.
Right.
And they were like, yo, you good? And I was like, yo, real talk, I hadn't slept, so I had 3 Celsiuses on the drive here.
No, that's
so like
illegal.
They were so concerned. They're like, yo, G, you guys, like, I've never felt better, but yes, I'm worried. Like,
I can't believe they sold those to you.
Real talk, yeah. Yo, like, Suba sees me like once every like 2-3 years. And she was like, oh no. Like, she was like, that don't sound right. And
yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do that. I don't think.
Nah, not at all. And like, cause like I know Todd at this point has seen like the range of young and older comics.
Right.
And I think I'm younger than him, but he sees me as a older person.
He's been seeing you around for
so like energy wise, I wasn't where I'm normally at. So it was a lot. He was like, yo, like, you good? I'm like, yeah. Okay. He's like, maybe tone that down. 1 Celsius. I was like, you right. We out here, baby. We're gonna work on our caffeine intake next week. Okay. Let's get into the news. Kicking us off, there's no such thing as a teacup pig. That's right.
What?
People have found out the hard way. That's right. Animal lovers, lured by the promise of a pocket-sized roommate, are discovering that in the livestock world, mini is a relative term. Teacup, pixie, itty bitty, micro, pocket size. These are terms that you'd see scrolling on Craigslist when looking for a new family pet. Jessica Moore was scrolling for a pig. She saw some small piglets, made a purchase, $350. The seller promised a teacup pig would top out at 40 pounds and sent her way. But when Mo introduced her new companion to her online pig owner group, she got a quick education. Everybody was laughing at her.
Oh, like, no.
They said there's no such thing as a teacup pig. Today, that piglet is Tucker, and he is 200 pounds. Yo.
He is a full person.
Straight up, outgrown the family bathroom, shredded the couch, and required installation of heavy-duty horse panels to keep him from escaping the yard of his Arizona home. Plenty of people have fallen for this promise of forever small pigs. Around the pandemic, when Americans were homebound and scrolling for companionship, interest in unconventional pets picked up. Pigs can keep growing for up to 5 years, and veterinarians and rescue operators say some of these purchases are only now settling into their full size. Yo, there's that's wild, yo. There's no regulatory definition of a teacup or micro pig. In breeder parlance, miniature can apply to any pig under 300 pounds.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yo, so they ain't lie, but they ain't tell the truth, yo. Yo. They ain't shit I'm thinking that's some mini that's 300.
Holy crap.
You telling me I could have got a pet pig 5 years ago that grew up to be my size?
You know what? I gotta say, I think I dealt with COVID better than I realized.
Real talk, shot. Yo, give yourself credit. You didn't buy any extra animals.
No.
Real talk.
We had the cat a year before it hit.
Yeah.
We didn't get another cat. Nor did we get a teacup pig, which I've never seen before.
Well, apparently nobody has. They don't exist.
Like, I've never seen any, like, that's also just the idea. Look, I like the idea of having a pig.
Me too.
Like
I was pro pig.
Idea of having a pig, but I'm not really going to. My life has never been set up in a way that where I could accept a pig into it. Or
also agree.
Will I ever get to that point? I've seen what pigs need to live.
Yeah.
And it's more than what I kind of need to live. And so I'm certainly not going to do it in a basement apartment that I'm renting. So there's that. And so I think I did handle COVID better than I realized, because to know that unconventional pets like that blew up after COVID, I guess because everyone adopted all of the cats and the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And so your next move is pig?
Pig, yeah. I remember that being a thing too. Like they got popular, you know what I mean? I knew of 2 pig people. I knew some people that did like definitely like shady animals. Like I know somebody that had a tiger.
Okay, right.
You know,
right.
so like there's been some weird pets, but it definitely and chickens became the other thing.
Yeah, chickens. I've been seeing chickens in people's yards for years beforehand, though. So to me, that would be the next logical. Honestly, for me, it would be like chickens, or I guess what else are people get? Like a lizard.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Then you got to leave the walking animals.
Yeah, like
you got to go inside animals like reptiles. Basically green stuff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Turtles, frogs.
But pigs need like their own room.
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't have that to give. And I can't imagine. You got to keep your wits about you. Like really do a bit more research than like a guy on Craigslist is selling teacup. There's nothing about a pig that can be described as teacup. Even if it was the runtiest of the runts and only grew to be 70 pounds. They still love mud. They still eat slop. They still smell like pigs. So that alone is going to add like another 40 pounds of stress.
For reference, it's a technical distinction that separates them from the commercial hogs that reach 1,000 pounds. So yeah, that's what causes the confusion initially.
What makes a commercial hog reach 1,000 pounds? Are those the ones that we kill?
I guess those are the ones that like become like food, maybe. Yeah. My goodness, yo.
1,000 pounds?
Yo, that's wild. I didn't know the pigs got that big.
But you know what? I mean, commercial, yes, because that is a lot of bacon.
Yeah, yo.
Man, that's I don't like that at all. How much do horses weigh? I'm sorry. We don't have to answer that question. That was an inside thought that somehow found an open window. I'm sorry. We don't have to answer that.
I know I got adult horses typically weigh between 900 and 1,200 pounds. Huh?
So a pig is somewhere. A commercial pig is
a horse. Real talk, yo.
I don't like, and horses are big.
Yeah, yo. Large draft horses can weigh up to 2,200.
No.
Real
large
talk.
What's a large? You know what? That's okay. See, this is what I did. Instead, I watched a lot of YouTube videos of people cleaning horseshoes and cleaning hooves or shearing sheep. But I wasn't going to bring that in the house.
Real talk. I watched a ton of that dude that be like helping the cows.
Yeah.
Love that dude. Taking out rocks. You see the cow, look at him like, oh, that hurt. Don't touch. Oh, and then afterward, he's like, yo, good looking.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely.
Real talk. The only thing I would do different, I wish we can interview the cows. I don't know how to do that yet, obviously. But like, I wish afterward we could talk, like, how that feel? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2 weeks later, like, hey, like, are you doing okay?
Yes.
I want follow up with the cow. You know?
I do want to know how those horses feel after they get all that crap out of there.
Yeah. And other animal news, a camel beauty contest hit by a Botox cheating scandal. Yo, this is on Forbes. This is yeah, when I was like, I gotta see sources for this one. It was like, nah, it's Forbes, me.
Oh, wow.
Gilded arenas of Omani camel pageantry where the desert wind carries whispers of ancient Bedouin pride and the scent of freshly groomed dromedary. Okay. Beauty has always been a serious business. Less red carpet, more sand carpeted runway. Oh, okay, I got you. But this February at the 2026 Camel Beauty Show Festival in Al Musana, the pageant's quest for perfect camel hit an all too familiar hump.
Ugh.
20 contenders were unceremoniously disqualified from the camel beauty contest after veterinary inspectors discovered they had been enhanced. That's right. Hyaluronic. Am I saying that? Hyaluronic.
Hyaluronic.
Acid injections were used to plump their signature pouty lips, dermal fillers, and silicone for more statuesque nasal profiles, Botox to soften the face into an expression of perpetual serene superiority, silicone wax to inflate the hump just so, hormones to sculpt the kind of muscular definition that could make a CrossFit camel blush.
My God. Do you see all that shit? On a camel? First of all, the hyaluronic acid is what the athletes were shooting their dicks up with.
What? To do what?
Oh, because if you made your penis larger, then the suit had to be made a little bit larger for your dick, and then that extra material served as a sail when you went up. Do you remember? I know we talked about this.
Yeah, I remember this.
So now they also using it to give the camels duck mouth. I can't. And also, I can't believe we still putting silicone in humps. Like,
yo.
And filler? Look, filler is what has destroyed Ryan Gosling's face today. I will say that. There's too much filler. I thought we were draining some of the filler. Some of us aren't. Or just letting it, I don't know.
Let it land.
Oh my God. I can't believe they did this to these camels.
Real talk. Did they consent to this? There's no way they was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Shoot me up.
I mean, who's to say if the camel even wants to be in the pageant?
Talk about it.
Like, are they being forced by, do they really think they're that kind of beautiful? Do they need the money for college? Why are the camels in the pageant?
Real talk. We got to get to the bottom of this, yo.
There's so much wrong with this.
Also, if you would like, tell me.
No, I just want to say it feels a little like, I'm not saying camels aren't beautiful, but traditionally, have they always been thought of as beautiful? So is this like the body positivity thing that's just like, or are we making fun? It's real deep.
Real questions, yo.
Oh God, I need more ginger ale. I can't. I gotta stop thinking.
If you would like to send Shalewa with some water, because we are still worried about the amount of caffeine she has.
Water. I'm a Walter water.
All you got to do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings, 4 stars or 5 stars. You know she needs it. Okay, we're all together on this one. Normally we split, but no, she needs water. Okay. All the stars come together for this one moment. Okay.
Oh man.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo, at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to the Realist 2-3, Tanya Weiman, and the Rare Element. Always appreciate y'all. With all that said, I'm gonna watch my Celsius intake this week. Gastor Almonte, you know what I mean? I was gonna get some black tea sent to her about me, but it's no longer, because now I see it doesn't work for her.
No, it works too well.
Have you slept?
Yes, I've slept. I went to a show last night, and I didn't even stick around for the encore because I was like, I get it. I'm like, I'm gonna go home. I'm tired. And I changed all the clocks and I lay down and I really did sleep. I think I even dreamed. Like you know what I mean? Like in a deep sleep.
Yo, on God, I really feel like you are so awake that you think those are dreams.
No.
She's like, I remember everything. Yes, I'm like, I know, Shaq, because you were awake. Those are memories.
Oh my goodness. That's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe I was awake during my dreams. I don't know.
Oh man, catch y'all next time. Peace.